Oh, this sunlight, I'm not going to complain. Look at the blue skies. And what a gorgeous day. I just thought, as I was having a little walk around, and I've been up really early this morning for no other reason than just being up early. I think my brain's been ticking over. So, as usual, forgive the shaky camera. Forgive the blowy back hair. I am literally just gonna have a little walk around here and walk to the local shops, and I was thinking or reflecting about this notion of exposing ourselves, or even feeling exposed, the feeling of being exposed. And I've been reflecting because this is now day 6 of 365 days of lives or videos. The sun is very bright, and I don't want to diss the sun when we've all been complaining that it's not been warm enough. Let me see if this is slightly better. Yes, we'll see people riding their bikes and running in the background, and if we're lucky we'll see the geese and the swans and the babies and all sorts. So yeah, anyway, yeah, this idea of exposing ourselves, because I'm currently on day 6 of 365 days of either live streams or videos if I can't get to the camera at 10 AM, 2 PM or 10 PM UK time. So it's been interesting. A few other people who are like doing this alongside, I say alongside me, I feel like it's not me doing it and they've decided to come along. We're doing it kind of together. We just decided off the cuff to do it together. And there's a couple of things about doing this. Choosing to do this is one thing. Think about anything. It could be bungee jumping. It could be skydiving. It could be running a marathon. It could be cold water swimming. It could be deciding to make a big life change, buying somewhere, not buying somewhere, leaving somebody, being with somebody, choosing something different for your life that other people might not look at. And as it's I say as it's Pride Month, although you know the LGBT community are LGBTQ all the time, not just in one month of the year. You know, there's some really big life decisions that people make and take, and they can be really exposing. So I was thinking about the video or the live stream that I did here on this page yesterday when I was talking about the Wim Hof thing. And by the way, I didn't title it to try and draw people's attention. I titled it because I feel like I had a really profound experience, and thanks to some of the commenters underneath, you know, some of them agreed as well. They found some of the insights profound. And you know, when I share this stuff, I will share all things visibility, I will share all things motivation, mindset, and all sorts of different things in between. But I will also share elements of my life. I always say that I share elements of my life because it's my story to share. I won't share things about other people, definitely not without their permission. And also, if I don't have permission to share their stuff, I don't share it, you know. So in order to explain what I explained yesterday, why it felt so profound to have that conversation and to have that question answered, it meant that I then delved into other areas of my life. And you've got to think about this. I am streaming this on a public page on Facebook, the Queen of Being Seen page. So if you've stumbled across this and thinking, what the hell? I've chosen to go live on this page. And what you also have to, I guess, remember is that even if somebody is not on Facebook, even if a person is not on Facebook, they could potentially search and find this video. So for me to share, you know, kind of some of the more intimate details of my life, you know, there's certain things that I definitely don't share. They're my non-negotiables. You know, I don't share very private details, but I do share stuff that's happened to me personally, because I think it's an important part of who we are. We are complex creatures, you know, we have multiple identities. You know, some of you will have identities as parents, some of you will have identities as, you know, the career option that you've chosen. Some of you will have identities as, you know, that some people might form as a label. But we in order to be ourselves, people often assume that there's only one of us. So you have to come up with your hair and makeup done perfectly, not squinting at the camera, and definitely not holding your phone to stream live to the world where people could find you online or offline, and definitely not sharing it to YouTube and talking about the fact that you have gone through childbirth but haven't got children, and definitely not speaking in a certain way, not having a certain accent, not looking a certain way, not sounding a certain way. And for that I cry BS. I really do, because I think part of the reason why I am able to step more and more into visibility itself and to help others to do the same, and I've been doing this for 14 years, is because of these experiences, because of the things that we're told we're not supposed to do, or we can't do, or we shouldn't do. And I have found a way, I think, to be able to not only empower myself to be able to do this and lead by example, but also to help other people. Now, the way that I help other people, so I've got a fly in my eye now, the way that I help other people to find that way, for me, stemmed from me having to dig deep, look at the questions that I ask, the things that I do, and look at, well, is there a kind of like, are there repeatable steps that can help people to get there? And I found out there was. Sorry, I've now got something right in my eye. Makes an attractive video, but this is real and raw. I found those repeatable steps, and it wasn't easy, and I didn't do it by myself, and I had help with mentors and coaches, but I found those repeatable steps and became curious at people's possibility, at people's potential and what they could do. And it never escapes me, and I never forget how exposing even doing something like this can feel to one person. And I also never underestimate the people that come with me, because some people are like, this is not exposing, this is just, me getting my video and putting it out to the world, or sharing with the world. So to all of you, the people who put yourselves out there, whether it's on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a regular basis, whether you do it on screen, whether you do it from a stage or a page, whether you have battled to get there and do it, whether you're still on your journey to doing it, whether you're thinking about doing it, whether you're resistant to doing it, whether you're doing it in difficult circumstances, whether you're doing it in easier circumstances, whether you're doing it alone, whether you're doing it together, I absolutely 150% salute you, because I know it's not easy. And somewhere through that choice, you've made a decision to put yourself out there, to get out there, and in some ways to expose yourself. Because sometimes as we're sharing this thing called life, this thing called work, our messages and the things that are important to us, we bump up against our personal edges. Sometimes in order to explain why we're so passionate about one thing in one area of our life, we end up speaking about another area of our life. So it's important. And this is why I say your voice matters. And I'll go one step further. You matter. And all of those things that you think you can't share because they're too basic, you can share. All of those things you think, well, surely somebody else knows this by now, you can share. All of those profound and deep insights that feel like deepening a wisdom that you think nobody will get, you can share. Those things that will make a difference to how people live, how people are perceived, how people show up in life, you can share. For all of those things that make you, you can share. In my kind of map of the world, I guess, there is no such thing as too much information or too little. There is no such thing as being too bold or too brave. There is no such thing as being too much or too loud. There is no such thing as being too reflective or too quiet. There is no difference in being introverted or extroverted. There is no difference in being seen or being heard. And there is definitely no difference in your voice mattering in the world. So if me doing this thing and the other people that have put themselves out there, if them doing their thing has inspired you in some way to share in some way to the people around you, even if it's to your dog, your cat or your children, then put yourself out there, because your voice matters. That's it. Bye from a very, very sunny UK and a beautifully gorgeous canal there. Bye for now.